talk about all things July. That includes any struggles that we've had, NSVs, which if you don't know what NSV means, it is non-scale victories. So, as I said, it has nothing to do with what the scale number says. We're going to talk about how many inches we lost and how many pounds we lost in the month of July. And just, I guess, some feelings and whatever. So in July, we had our
26th wedding anniversary.
Yay! 26 years. And it was...
And you still like me?
I do. I still like you. So in July, on July 13th, I had another oral surgery. I've had several of them so far. And it may have been my last one. It did not end up the way that we had hoped. So we are pursuing different strategies now. But regardless, the next step will be for me to get my braces off. So I guess I'm excited about it. So basically, I had the surgery. I was put to sleep for that. And then I was given narcotics as well as ibuprofen 800 and antibiotic. And for 2 weeks from that date, I had major water gain.
Not to mention I left to camp like 2 days later.
Right.
Hashtag worst husband ever.
No. Anyway, I struggled to eat a lot of things. The last time I had this surgery was about 6-7 months ago. And even though it's very hard to eat, I am able to, take little bites of stuff and just kind of put it on the side of my mouth and chew it. My go-to meal for comfort food whenever I'm depressed or sad or whatever has always been like McDonald's. It's always been like French fries.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm loving it.
So I could not have that, obviously, and it was, breads and things like that were always easy for me to eat, mashed potatoes, everything that I loved to eat and everything that I could tolerate, I could not have. So I was down to Jell-O, which I hate.
Sugar-free Jell-O is even worse.
I hate Jell-O. It's the texture. It's jiggly. It makes me gag, but I think I ate like 2 of them because that's all I could tolerate. I did have some yogurt, and Rob had made me some chicken, so I ate some of that. But honestly, I just did not feel good, and I was dealing with a lot of emotional issues from the bad news from my surgery. So I was just kind of in a little funk. So I had gained like probably 6 pounds of water, and I knew it was going to come off. I wasn't frustrated about it. I just knew it was going to happen. And 2 weeks later, I was down to so I'd started at like 197, and then I bumped up to 203, and then I was down to 195. So, it comes off. So that's for any of you guys who are having surgery or anything like that. Your body just holds on to water. So just be patient. Give it some time. So the one thing that happened this month because of all of that is, so I think it started with our cheat meal. And not a lot of things happened to me because of that. I mean, I think I gained maybe a pound of water weight like a couple days after or something. I don't know. I can't even remember. But nothing really big happened to me. So in my mind, that said, that won't be too bad. That won't be too bad. And even though it was all, keto friendly, semi-friendly type stuff, I wasn't having potatoes or rice or anything like that. But I was...
What did you discover?
I discovered enlightened ice cream, chocolate peanut butter, to be exact.
Don't show them our freezer.
Right. I bought a lot of it because of my surgery because it was really hard for me to eat, but it is super good.
So let's talk about some NSVs. NSVs, non-scale victories. Yes. I'll go first.
You go first.
Great. So
you've got a lot of them.
Yes. So I've been packing around these old shorts. I should have brought some down, but So about maybe over 10 years ago, I purchased 2 pairs of Vans shorts, board shorts, I guess you would call them. And they didn't fit when I bought them. They were on sale. Put them away for the next summer. Didn't fit. 10 years later, at least, they didn't fit this year. And, I was at my highest weight the start of this summer, so I didn't have any hope of getting in these shorts. Long story short, the shorts fit, and I put them on, and I had a moment. I must say,
it was an emotional time.
I had to reflect back on, that I've been carrying these things around forever, and they finally fit. And
well, you never thought that you would get to that.
I don't think they're going to fit me much longer. That's one thing. They're already kind of baggy on me, and wear them for an hour, and they're falling off. But the second thing is that they're not cool anymore. So it's like total different style what I wear now. So I wear them and just excited that I can fit in them, but I'm hoping that I can donate them soon.
Well, in that line, I had a size in SV as well. I went to the Gap. I'd taken my son there because he needed some new shirts, and I was like, well, I'll try on their skinny jeans. I love skinny jeans, but I can never find the ones that fit me. So like basically when I was an 18, I would fit into a size maybe 14, 12, somewhere around there, jean like leg, because my legs are skinny compared to my belly. And so I thought, well, I'm going to try. I always try on everybody's skinny jeans because I just never know. I end up usually having to buy jeggings because they're a little bit more forgiving. And so anyway, I took some stuff back in to the dressing room, and my son was in the other dressing room, and I came out. And when I came out, the worker looked at me and she says, oh, those jeans are way too big on you. Would you like me to get you a smaller size? And I was like, almost in tears because that stuff never happened to me. Like I need a bigger size. I need a bigger size. And now I think I tried on probably what was their store size, that the biggest size they carry in the store. And it was, I think, size 33 33, I think. It was a size 16.
Right?
So I got a 32, and she brought in 5 different pairs of 32s. And
you bought like 3 of them.
No, 3 of them fit me, but I bought 2 of them because they fit me so well. I mean, I was almost in tears. Like, it fit me around my waist, which I needed the stretchiness of the skinny jean to do that. And it was a size 32, which is a 14, but the legs fit me so.
I was going through hanging up the jeans, and I get to these jeans. I'm like, Lori, are these Caleb's jeans? And she says, no, those are my new jeans. And I was so excited for you.
I know, because they said 32. So, I mean, I guess in a men's,
But they were tiny
to
what I'm used to, like my big old jeans, right? Another thing that I noticed, and something new that I'm doing, which is an NSV for me, non-scale victory, is if you've known me at all for the last 10 years, I've always had a big, thick beard. And, I would keep the beard. I thought it made me look good. But mostly, what I've noticed now is that all the gray hair that came into it, I was just looking old. But I kept the beard because it hid my face. It was like my mask.
Right.
It was like nobody knew that I had extra chins. Nobody knew that I had chubby cheeks.
I did everything I could
hidden behind the beard
to get you to shave it off.
And then I shaved it off a while back, and I'm starting to get used to seeing my face. But when I came back from camp, I let it go that whole week, and then I would let it go another week, and it was starting to get a little bit grizzly, and I just had to say, what are you doing? And went upstairs and shaved it off, and I don't think I'm going to have a beard again.
But now, I mean, like your face, the structure of your face and everything is just like so much thinner.
Do I look like a skeleton?
No.
I don't know if you guys have ever had high blood pressure, but just walking up the stairs to go into the bedroom, like I'd have to stop at the top of the stairs, and I can just feel my heart like trying to jump out of my chest. So no more. Sometimes I'll carry a weight up the stairs, like a 25-pound weight, just to remind myself of where
you were.
So. But now I need a 40-pound weight.
Well, and that's why we're doing these videos. I mean, it's it's for us to be able to go back and review where we've been. So another NSV that I had in July was I went to a store called Downeast, and I go there periodically. They have kind of upped their game in the last probably 3 to 5 years of their double extra large clothes. And so every now and again I could find something that I would fit into. Towards the end of, well, I guess towards the highest weight that I was struggling to fit into any of their double extra large because I think their sizing is a little bit off. It's a little bit smaller. So I went in there and I was able to fit into their larges, and so that was a huge NSV for me. And then it was also the first time that I went into a store and I was able to walk in and I didn't have these like bad thoughts in my head of looking at other women and thinking, or the employees, and saying, they're laughing at me and they're wondering, why am I shopping in their store? Meaning there aren't any clothing in here that are going to fit you, or you're too big to even fit into our double extra large. Those are the thoughts that went through my head, and it was the first time that I went through there and felt like I belonged. And so that was a huge NSV for me as well. That not that there's anything wrong with plus size stores, and I'm grateful that they've had them, but for me, I was not comfortable in that size.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's talk about our numbers for the month of July. I personally lost 5.4 pounds in July, and I'm down 2.25 inches overall on my body, so that's exciting. I weighed in this morning at 206.2.
206.2. So starting off in
August
1st, 206. So for me, I lost a total of 3.3 pounds for the month of July. But I also...
Silly surgery.
I know. Oh, well. But I lost 5.25 inches. So while the water weight and all that kind of stuff just wasn't in my favor for weight loss, it took the inches off. So yeah, I love it when the inches come off.
So just because you're not seeing necessarily the numbers coming down on the scales,
right,
you know that you're still in ketosis if you're seeing those inches drop. And
that's why it's so important for you to measure yourself.
For me as a guy, I'm measuring some simple things. I'm measuring my neck, measuring my chest, my stomach, my hips, my biceps, and my legs.
Yeah, and for me, I am measuring, so this might make it clear. Like if you're only measuring a few things, you're wondering, wow, she lost 5.25 inches. I measure weekly my neck, I measure my bicep, I measure
your bust.
My bust, I measure underneath.
Under bust.
And I measure my abdomen, my tummy, I measure my hips, and I measure my thigh. Now I weighed in this morning at 194.5. So yesterday I was at 195.6. For me, and I think for Rod too, but especially for me, I started this journey not knowing anything about nutrition, not knowing anything about portion control, not knowing anything about what a cup or a gram or an ounce or whatever looked like. Now I can kind of eyeball it. And so I'll do that sometimes with like my heavy whipping cream or something like that. But again, I would not have even thought of doing that in the very beginning. I measured everything out because I needed to know what it was. What am I putting in my mouth? And so please, please, please track everything, weigh everything. Make sure you're getting your electrolytes. So many people bypass this because they think that it's all about, buying all these supplements. It's not. It's like buying a bag of rock salt, buying some magnesium, and making sure you're getting enough potassium in your food. That's it. That's all you have to do. It's super simple.
That's all we got for this video. Make sure you subscribe down below. Check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and we'll see you next time. God bless you.